Ian, really? 3 points after a tough game on the road. How are you feeling?
A little bit disappointed, really, in terms of our game management. I felt first sort of 20 minutes we were excellent. Got 2-0 up, and I felt we switched off. You can give them full credit because they obviously got back in the game. But from being 2-0 up and totally in control, I just felt we failed to keep the ball, failed to pass the ball, failed to have any composure on it whatsoever, and we got dragged into a football match. And they upped their tempo. We failed to match that. We were second best for the last 20-25 minutes of the first half. Fortunate enough to go in at 2-2 and could have quite easily been behind. So second half we reorganised ourselves a little. It was much better, but I still think we've got to see games out better than what we did. And there was a couple of opportunities in the second half where again our passing wasn't to the level it could have been, and we have to be better from that side of it. But to take all 3 points and come away from home and take the 3 points is obviously a bonus. But I think we need to be a bit better than what we was and what we showed at times today.
David, it looked like it was quite a physical game out there. How did it feel?
It was. Obviously, I ain't been playing for many games, but this is probably my second game on the go. I felt good, but obviously need a couple more games into my belly to be able to perform to my top standard. But today I thought we need to learn how to defend the lead, because we were up there right at the beginning doing really well when we let them back in the game. So I thought we should have defended the goal better. But in the end, we showed some character and get back in the game and just maintain the game as we go.
And Ian, at half-time you came out and you switched Joy and Dave, so Dave came inside. What was the thinking behind that?
I just felt it was probably a bit more comfortable for David to be playing a little bit narrower. And we know that Joy can play full-back as well. So we just obviously looked at that area. I felt it worked, to be fair. I felt the back four in the second half had a much better game. They didn't cause us so many problems as they did in the first half. But David is probably more of a natural centre half than he is as a fullback. Though we know he can play at fullback, and he's done a great job for us at fullback. By putting him into the centre half area was better from our point of view, which allowed us to compete a bit more against their front two. Because the first half it was very competitive in that area. They play to a system, it works for them, and it causes a lot of problems. But second half, I felt we dealt with it a lot more than what we did in the first half.
And Dave, obviously, once you did come inside, arguably you kept us in the game and gave us a little bit of momentum shift with that clearance off the line. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I can see the ball was quite high on his chest. He couldn't really get a good touch on it, so I just stayed in front of him. As he hit it, just cleared it. But overall, I stood to my ground, defended well with Tom Bender, and obviously kept us in the game.
Yeah, and Ian, now obviously the focus shifts to the FA Cup. We've got a game against Concord, who have been fairly up and down this year. What are your thoughts on going into that?
I haven't done too much of a homework at the moment because the focus was on Slough. But it's going to be a really tough game. They've gone to Maidstone and got a 2-2 draw today, so it's going to be. I think they've lost one game all season. That's when they had a few injuries, so we know it's going to be a tough game. We know what to expect, and we've got to go there and try and play with the same composure we did in the first 20 minutes, but do it for longer periods. And when we do come under pressure, we've got to defend better than what we did. We've got to get some of the players to keep the ball better than what we did, and the composure on the ball has to be better, and we have to see out games better than what we've done today. I mean, we see it against Dartford and we see it against Dorking, and it could quite easily have happened again today. So we've got to just protect the league, protect the lead, and see games out better than what we've done. But it's going to be a tough game, we know that. Any game in this league, in the Conference South, is going to be tough, and we've got to go there and we've got to be physical. We're going to have to be bright, and we've got to try and win a game of football if we want to continue in the FA Cup next week.
And Dave, we had a fairly large travelling contingent today. How good is it having the fans behind you in games like this when you need them?
I mean, it's very encouraging seeing them travelling around with us and everything. That you want to play for them, you want to make them happy, you want to keep them going, you want to keep them coming back to watch us again. So from that side of it, we done really well for them. You know what I mean? First and foremost for Devontae that we lost him, but at the end of the day, it's all about the fans. They turn up, they pay their money to come and watch us. So we tried our best, and luckily we got our 3 points, and we well deserved. Hopefully they're happy.